So, what makes Richard Branson's great statement, screw it, let's do it, make a guy like me do what I'm doing with Kaosivity? Well, I've been a follower of his stuff for a long time. I've read a couple of his books. I follow him on Instagram. I think the whole idea of what he's done with Virgin has been amazing. Um, and I've kind of had this entrepreneurial spirit over the years and wanted to do something and this Chaosivity thing started off with me just thinking, oh well, I can make a little bit of side money if I sell some coloring books and stuff like that. But then it blew up and it became this huge um, idea, like this great big hairy audacious idea. And I have, friends and business acquaintances and things like that I discussed things with, and kind of snowballed and worked through some different things that I was thinking about. And this whole thing kind of came up over the weekend. I was playing cards with a friend of mine, and he said to me, he says, what made you do this? Like, you're in your 50s, you know nothing about web design, you're just starting out doing AI generated images, and you really don't know how to use the editing software for videos and photos and stuff like that, because you're learning all this stuff on the fly. You've never done social media before other than scrolling through TikTok or scrolling through Instagram or things like that. So what made you go, I got to do that? And it was just this, I don't know why the idea landed on me. I'm sure other people have had the idea and maybe they passed on it. Maybe it landed on me because I'm the one that's, I guess, dumb enough to do it, even though I don't know anything about what I'm trying to do. But I'm intelligent. I can self-teach myself just about anything, just get out there and research and try and fumble around and figure out. And I was just like, this is too big. I mean, it's beyond, Chaosivity has a lot back behind what I'm doing right now. Okay, so there's a lot more to the business plan than selling some coloring books and selling some images, for my own private, gain as far as that goes. But there's this entire other layer to it that is all encompassing of what it could be, and how do we bring it to education and wellness services, and how does this tie in with all these different things, and how do we bring it to other artists and bring them on board and let them post and make money. Because most artists out there, particularly ones that are dealing with AI, they don't have an outlet. They don't have a website. They don't have, there's companies out there that'll sell you a whole bunch of stuff, that'll set you up in your own website. And then there's things like Shopify and Amazon and these other things that you can kind of make work. But there's nothing out there for digital artists that it's like, if you're using AI, which a lot of the companies that are out there for photography and prints and stuff like that, if you're using AI, they don't want anything to do with you. So we're coming at it from the different angle. Like, we are getting the people that are using AI and are upfront about it. And at some point in time, I want to be bringing these people into Chaosivity to give them a place to sell their artwork that they don't have to pay thousands of dollars up front for, and they don't have to spend months designing their own website or pay somebody to design their own website or whatever. It's there, it's on Chaosivity. All you got to do is tell people, hey, if you want to print, it's right here, go order it. And to do that without that barrier of entry of a huge amount of money. I mean, it's on the table. Part of the whole thing with bringing other artists in is that there's going to be a completely free level. Like, you completely free. You can put your stuff on Kaosivity and sell it. And all you have to do is work with us to get it in place on the website. And then you have to tell people, this is where you can buy my stuff. But there's so much more beyond that, because I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about helping people that are in some way, shape, or form seen as disabled, which I don't think they really are. I just think they need the right tools to do what they need to do. And I have a son who happens to be on the autism spectrum. And this, when it first hit me, I was like, holy cow, he can interface with this stuff and create artwork if he wants to create artwork, because he's not really at a point where he could maybe do like me. And, he probably wouldn't even consider drawing or painting, even though we've encouraged him to do that over the years, to let his creativity flow. But there's so much more involved beyond what Kaosivity is today. The point is, I had to get a website up. I had to get something on there to sell in the form of coloring books. And I've got more stuff coming. I know I say that all the time, but it's only been like 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, whatever. I'm trying to get the social media and the YouTube and all the other things to start pulling traffic to the website. But the thing is the idea came to me, and then it got so big, and then discussing it with people that I know that are in business and that have businesses of their own and have these kind of mindsets of being entrepreneurial like I am, I was just like, screw it. I have to do this. Like, I understand the barrier to entry for me, but I can overcome that to a large degree just by learning. And so it just popped into my head like, oh, Richard Branson's thing, screw it, let's do it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I have this wonderful idea that I think needs to be in the world. It needs to be out there and available. So I'm going to do it no matter what headaches it causes, no matter what problems come up and get in the way, and how many times I have to go through your music isn't supposed to be used. Well, that's not true, because the program I bought included that music with it. So here's my receipt, and here's the EULA and everything. I've been going through that with, the social media channels, and it's just, a couple of emails and they put my music back on the video. So if you've seen a video that didn't have music on it that has music on it now, that's why. But the whole point is it's huge. It's way bigger than what it started off to be. And, the business plans are drawn up, the pitch decks are getting put together, all these things are coming together to try and make it a lot bigger. So right now I am just doing what I can to spread the word on social media, and doing what I can to sell a few coloring books and bring in some income, doing what I can to push people over to the GoFundMe page, which I'll link down below in this video. $5, $10, $15, $20. Hell, if you like this idea and you think it's great and you want to help other AI artists, $1,000, whatever you can do, because it's so much bigger than me making a little bit of money off of some coloring books and some images and some puzzles and things that I plan on selling. But here's the best part about it. Even if none of this other stuff works, even if all I can do is do all of this work and make it my own, and the only thing that ever goes on Kaosivity is my stuff, and it helps me make a few $100s a month to help my family out, I'm okay with that. But what I really want to do is get it out to the masses and get it done, so that all these thousands of people that I see all over Instagram and all over TikTok and all over everywhere that don't have a place to sell their art can have a place to sell their art without making the kinds of investments that these other places are going, oh, hey, we'll build you a website. Don't worry about it. We'll give you $500. You can come, we'll build your website for you. And, and then they're going to take 50% of all your sales, and they're going to end up saying, well, you don't get any sales until you pay us back all the money that that we charge to actually set your website up, or whatever it is that they're doing. I just know that there's something behind it, because nobody gives you something for nothing. That's just the way it works. We have a free level built in, but you can't come on and post 1,000 different pieces of artwork for sale, because it doesn't work like that. We have a free level where you can post a small number of images of things that you want to sell. And then if you want to do more, and if you're seeing it work and you want to level up, yes, we are going to have paid subscriptions or memberships, however you want to call them, so that it helps us cover having all of that data up there, because the data is what gets expensive. So I rambled on like I always do, but that's okay, because this is Kaosivity, and this is starting a business that I hope will change the world for thousands of artists. So until next time, guys, let the chaos out. Get out there, play around with that free stuff. Figure out if you can make stuff that looks to you good, because I'm no art expert, and I can't give you an opinion on it. So until next time, guys.